close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
It's good to see you, Gorilla. Thanks for stopping in. I'm getting started here in just a second. It's good to see you, Gorilla. Thanks for stopping in. I'm getting started here in just a second. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping on in and hanging out with me. Appreciate everybody. You are greatly appreciated. All right. So, what do we have here tonight? We have my TFX, my Tonefly TFX helmet sitting here in front of us, as you can see, yeah? However, if you look closely, there's like what looks like cracking on the outside. However, if you look close, even closer, let's zoom in, all right, you can see it's actually peeling. This is my helmet that I use for work. Good to see you there, Winston. Panda, appreciate it. And so, it's not quite obstructing my vision when I'm flying with people, but here, look, I'll show you. I don't like it. I can't see it, you know, but I see it when it's here and it's peeling, and it's eventually just gonna peel all the way off. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna replace this visor right now. This is a crash-rated helmet. If you're interested in getting a helmet, you have to meet with a Tonefly dealer. This is a very custom-fit helmet. Not only do I take measurements, I am a dealer for these helmets. I take custom measurements, and then I have a fitting kit that I utilize to help me with the fitting. Because even though we've got measurements for the helmet, you know, for your head, what happens is that the padding doesn't necessarily fit on the head. And what's cool about these helmets, they come in 5 different shell sizes. Let's see, it's 000. 00 is one shell size. 0 is another helmet size. 1, 2, and then a 3, which is for gigantic heads. And so what they do is to help custom fit this to the head. Let's say this is a shell 1 that I use for my helmet, all right? They vary the thickness of the padding, the side pieces, and the crown piece, so it fits perfectly. And that's what gives it its, you know, a great feel. You could tell the difference in the construction of these helmets. It's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and open this sucker up, shall we? All right. Appreciate you dropping in, Jim. Thank you so much. Stopped in for a few minutes to say hi. I hope you're doing good. Yes, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Jim. All right, this is a European helmet, so chances are this Allen key that's here is metric. So let's open it up. Let's see. I think it's going to be this one right here. This is a number 2.5. What do you think? 2.5 or 3? It's a 3. I'm looking at the hole right now. That's a 3. Put that off to the side. What do you think, chat? Is it a 3mm? Oh, yeah, I like glove. Counterclockwise, lefty-loosey, right? Lefty-loosey, chat. All right, so that first... Oh, I just dropped the screw all the way behind. 1 second. Whoa. No! This is the new visor. B cam, overhead cam. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, so there's one screw there. Let's take off the other one. But wait, before we do that, we're gonna pop the side plate piece off first. Gently, of course. Oh, look, it's broken on the inside there. Darn it. I didn't want to have to replace that piece. Well, we're gonna put it on there anyway. Let's go to the other side. I wonder why it broke like that. It's odd that it would have broke and sheared. I'm glad it didn't affect the performance of my helmet. There's the right side screw, or let's call that right red. This is left side black. Let's hope this one's not broken. All right, that one's still intact, as you can see here. Yeah, the little nub is still there, barely. All right, let's pop that old visor off. So each helmet size has its own unique visor size also. As you can see, it says TFX 901. So this requires a 01901 visor, which I happen to have right here. Boom. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Thank you so much for being here, folks. I appreciate you. Yeah. And as you can see here, this is a number 90-1 right there. Yeah, so all I'm doing is putting that on like so. Oh, the chin bar came off. Whoa, where'd my what do you call it go? I lost all my windows. There it goes. Oh man, everything's falling off. I didn't want that to happen. It's all roly-poly. That's what's going on. Yeah, I've had this helmet for quite some time already. Put this back into place. Why did that do that again? All right. Jason, what force of wind are we talking about with your helmet? I'm sure it has to be 80 miles an hour, if not more, guesstimation. Guessing a visor down and helmet and visor properly. Oh, yeah. I mean, I fly in upwards of 100 50-mile-per-hour winds in the wind tunnel. My comfortable flying speed, as funny as that sounds. All right. But it's not the wind that we wear a helmet against. It's in case we smack our head on the walls. You know, which, as you can see here from all the wear and tear, I hit the wall a lot. Yeah. So yeah, pretty fast wind speeds. I am not getting a good seat. I don't know why. I have it reversed. Why does it keep doing that? I'm losing my dang, what do you call it? My windows. They like keep disappearing on me. Can't be the mouse function. This. Hey Joji, what's going on? Good to see you. Oi, oi, oi. Fixing my helmet, with what I thought was going to be a quick fix, but it's not turning out to be so quick. Not as quick of a fix as I thought it was going to be. Because yeah, this, oh my gosh, I got butterfingers tonight, folks. All right, that'll go there. One on one side, one on the other. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Appreciate it, Tyler. Okay, that sits better flush like so. This goes on top here. There, that's what was going on. I had it reversed because I'm a knucklehead. Now, when I designed these, I designed it so that this red piece looks like it's in line with the iFly guy symbol. And then right side. I'm a knucklehead. Legendary Princess, appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in and saying goodnight. There we go, one side. Oh, you know what I forgot to do though? Put the visor on, which is why I'm doing this whole thing in the first place. Again, knucklehead. That goes there. This goes here. This goes down there. What's that other piece here? This goes here. Then the visor on top. Finally. Wow, Jason, unbelievable. I'm sure you guys fly tandem. There has to be so much trust in there, like in especially when you're flying 100. Oh, yes, I am an instructor. And we don't necessarily call it tandem. You know, because they're not strapped to us like like when you go skydiving kind of thing, you know. At iFly, we let our student go if it makes sense because they're being safe and we don't let them get too far away from us. Oh, that one's kind of stuck down there. Now this is broken here. I'm gonna actually leave it in place. I do need to get a new plate though. I'm gonna drop that in there. Anyway. And then try to marry it up like this here. I don't mind the questions, Jim. That's why I have the chat open, you know. I don't want to. I'm just curious. Don't want to stop you from working on your iron helmet. Yeah, right. All good, Jim. All good. Hey, Sev. Okay. All right, cool. Good night, Sev. Love you. Okay. Good night. What time are you getting up? Oh yeah. Are you traveling tomorrow?
No, I have no. Labs.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Check. I saw the invite. All right. Good night.
Okay.
Love you. Michael, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. All right, let's get this one in place now too. The question is, if I put this down like this, the big piece needs to be over there like so. So that looks good there. Or I just take it out completely. Ooh, I got it. I got it, chat. Where are the knobs? There. It's always an adventure. I want to take this piece off, but I don't want to take it off. Trying to get... Oh, I got it. Nice. Good to see you, Michael. That's good. Other side. Tighten it down. That's good too. All right. New visor on. All fingerprinty. Let's do function check. Can't see. Oh my gosh. Can see so much better. Track. Okay, so we're in tracking mode. Nice. Good function check. All right. I'm ready to instruct again. I mean, I could have used the other visor, but I'll show you what was going on with it. Put this over here to the side for now. With the old visor, it was completely peeling. The anti-fog coating, you could see it there. It's cracking, right? I could peel it off. And this is actually necessary, even though we're in the wind tunnel. because when I'm breathing heavy, especially if I'm... Oh man, there's no bag in there? Especially if I'm working hard, it's important to be able to see good. I like to wear helmets for most things. All right, Michael. Right on. All right. Close that. My wife has well, good on her then. Why is the thing all the way up there? That's funny. All right, but yeah, you can see the anti-fog coating. Yeah, I've got lots of helmets, lots of different helmets. Each helmet has its purpose, you know. Each helmet has a purpose. All right, I guess I could just throw this in a recycling bin because this is useless to me now. That anti-fog coating is going away, which means it's more prone to fog when I'm breathing heavy. Not a good thing, you know. One can never be too safe. Maybe you need a helmet, fixing helmet for safety. A helmet fixing helmet. Bro, I'll tell you what. When so I was cutting some wood, right? And the one time I did not wear my face shield, I got a kickback. And I took let's see, was it this side or it was this side? You can't see it, but I had a piece of wood nail me here. I thought I broke teeth. And I was like, oh man, and I was wearing a ball cap, so it protected my eyes, you know, and the rest of my face. But it nailed me here. It hit me so hard. I thought I broke teeth. And I'm feeling around, like no blood, no what do you call it? No broken teeth, so that was good. But I was like, wow, it's really wet. Well, the wood punctured my face and went into my you know. And so I'm in the mirror looking at it like this, like, oh, I was like, hey, honey. I yelled to my wife. She's like, what? I was like, go get the go get the sewing kit. And she's like, what? She comes in the bathroom and she sees me, you know, peeling apart my mouth, the hole, you know, right there. She's like, she goes, yeah. She started heaving. She's like, what happened? As I told her what happened, I go, she's like, what do you need a sewing kit for? I said, I could sew this back together. And she goes, she's like, no, go to the emergency room. And so I said, I'm not going to the emergency room. I could do this myself. She's like, no, you're not doing it yourself. I'm not getting you a sewing kit. You're going to take him to the emergency room. And I said, fine. I won't go to the emergency. I'll go to the emergency room. You know, I go, I could drive myself. And she's like, are you kidding me? Because I'm bleeding out. There's like blood everywhere. I wasn't bleeding out, but there was enough. And I was like, I'll just put pressure on it. So I drove, mind you, 40 minutes to the VA hospital. I actually almost got into a car accident because two cars converged in my lane at the same time. And I'm like, no way, dude. You know? But I made it there. They stitched me up. The funny thing is, when they stitched me up, it was crooked. So the lady's like, yeah, you can see how there's a line there, right? Here, maybe you could see a little bit better. You can't see the scar. They did a great job stitching me up. Or is it this side? No, it was this side. But yeah, she did a great job stitching me up. But she took 2 tries to stitch it all up. Yeah, and then I drove home. I was like, don't give me any like serious pain medication because I need to drive home. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, minimal pain meds. And they're like, okay. So, have you ever used super glue for skin? Yes, I have. It's what it was first used for after it was accidentally discovered. Oh, I did not know that was accidentally discovered. That crazy glue was, you know, accidentally discovered. That's pretty cool, though. Cool cat. Cool cat dropping the knowledge. Cool cat dropping the knowledge, chat. All right. I think that's it. I'm ready to play some Fortnite. You know what I mean? Joji, good to see you. You want to stitch up yourself? Yeah, no, for real. I would have stitched myself up. You know? Jim, Michael, nothing silly about that. I used to put that on snowmobile helmets when I would race my sled on the lake. You just gotta send it, Jim. You ever see that dude that jumps his snowmobiles? Especially when you're running around 135 miles an hour, you tend to fog. Yeah, no kidding, right? Breathing heavy. Yeah. Use the medical kits in the Vietnam conflict. All right. I didn't know that it was in the med kits then. That's kind of cool, actually. I never had one in my med kit going, tell you the truth. Although, I mean, as funny as it sounds, whenever I got cut, I would just grab a handful of dirt and rub it on it, and it would clot the bleeding, So yeah, but that's the fixing of my Tonefly TFX helmet. Can you guys hear the what do you call it, air horn and all that stuff? Let's see. I don't have my monitor on. Jason, I'm pilot 182 Cessna. One of the guys in my club flies 182 and he has his own skydiving school. Once I get my hip, I'm going to try it. I know I'll love it. Right on, Jim. That's pretty cool to hear. I'm so happy to hear you want to try it. In fact, I'm trying to figure out a way so that I can set up some type of... actually, I do have the ability to do that. I can sell discounted tickets for all the iFly tunnels. I guess if anybody's interested, like, hey, Jason, I want to get a family pack for 5 flyers, let me know. I could sell you one of my vouchers, and that way you could use it at any of the wind tunnels. If anybody's interested in trying it as an experiment, let me know, because I'm interested in seeing how that would work. We'll figure it out. I could take your payment by credit card over the phone and then run it at work and go from there. But you'd have to call me. So reach out via email if it's something anybody's interested in. I'll have to look into that one, Corey. I'm not sure if the vouchers... it's still... There's iFly Ontario and iFly... What's the other one in Canada? I can't remember. But if y'all are interested in trying, let me find out if the vouchers are actually good in Canada. iFly Montreal, that's right, iFly. And they're all SkyVenture. So the way it works is SkyVenture is the parent company that started manufacturing wind tunnels. Eventually they said, hey, why don't we market iFly indoor skydiving as a recreational activity? So they created iFly indoor skydiving. As a result of that, they started out as franchises and a few corporate owned. They recently bought back 2 of the franchises, and so iFly Virginia Beach is a franchise. SkyVenture Technology, iFly Montreal is a SkyVenture Technology wind tunnel. There's a SkyVenture New Hampshire, SkyVenture Arizona. SkyVenture Colorado sold back to corporate, and they are now iFly Denver. Air Kicks, that's what they're called in the UK, cool cat. Air Kicks. It's a SkyVenture tunnel. My little cat, Fudum Shack, had a torn ear. Oh, I carefully shaved his ear and carefully wiped cyocryolate on each side. It healed perfectly other than a small triangle nick on the top of his ear. Nice. Hey, you know what? Better than a Band-Aid, right? Got to stop the bleeding. And it works. It works. Better than dirt, right? He was such a good cat. He allowed me to touch it and help him. He was like a dog. I'd ask him to sit down and he'd stay. And he'd do exactly what I asked of him. That's pretty cool. My cat would not do that. My cat would look at me and say, okay, I'm done listening. I'm out. I'm on. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Cats are pretty cool. I've been watching a lot, as funny as it sounds like, on social media, on Facebook. You see the cat skydiving videos or just funny cat videos every once in a while. It's pretty neat to watch them, I think. I enjoy that. I enjoy the cats. I did see somebody post a request to rehome their dog on, it's like Facebook, but for neighborhoods. They had a 7-month-old black German Shepherd, and they needed to rehome the dog because the dog was not good with children. And it's like, your dog is 7 months old. You should train your dog. Or maybe you should have never gotten a dog in the first place. Oh, I want a dog, says a kid. But the kid doesn't necessarily, who's going to be taking care of it? But train the dog. It's still a puppy, for crying out loud. So they rehomed it. They actually took it to the SPCA because they couldn't have that house anymore because it was not good with small children. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's get our heart rate monitor set up so we could play some Fortnite. The trick was to leave small areas for the wound to weep and clean itself. All right, so you didn't necessarily just slather on the thing. Most, and not all, problems with dogs are a function of poor owner training. Yeah. I've seen the dog whisperer. Right? No, I agree with that 100%. You got to train the animal. I believe that they can all be trained. They just need to be trained by the right person, for one. But this family, and that's what happens with a lot of people, especially military families, they get a dog and then they got to move, and we can't take the dog with us. If you knew you were going to be getting orders in 2 or 3 years, then why bother even getting an animal? I mean, they're a responsibility. Now they're stuck at the SPCA. That's messed up. That's like leaving your kid behind. You know, I think not nice, not good of those. I think those are just poor dog owners, and they should have never gotten a pet in the first place. They're just doing worse by the dog. You know, I was lucky with the dogs that I've had. You know, very blessed to have very good and obedient dogs. But I guess they do say that the dogs, the animals, will take on the traits of their owner as well. So, you know, if an owner is a butthead, then the dog's gonna be a butthead too. And I'm using the nice word of that. Just kidding. Good to see you. I'm doing very well. Thanks for stopping on in. Appreciate it. I just finished fixing my helmet. I'm going to play some Fortnite here in just a moment. That stream's supposed to start at 10. Ah, yeah, you remember Maggie. Thank you, Cool Cat. Yeah, God bless her. In fact, yeah, that's a picture of her over there on the right behind me over my shoulder. One of my coworkers, Kendall, who is my director of sales and marketing at iFly Virginia Beach. In fact, I think the link to her website is in the description below. It's called Kendi Art on Instagram, and she does these portraits all the time for people. And she did that for me and my family. In fact, all of her dogs, I just realized they have that. That's kind of like they have that little like mark on their foreheads, if I recall. Pretty unique artist. A lot of her work has been put on. Well, actually, she did a mural in Virginia Beach, and yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, now she's a great artist. You should take a look at some of her other work also. Kendi Art on Instagram. Yep. But I appreciate you guys stopping on in to watch me fumble with my helmet for a little bit. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, that was a win. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for Fortnite. For those of you that are just lurking and just hanging out, I appreciate that greatly. Go ahead and hang out if you continue to lurk. When I end this stream, it'll actually kick you over to the other stream, the Fortnite stream, so you can continue to lurk and help me out. But appreciate you guys. I will see you on the Fortnite stream. Michael, see you later. Justkina, thank you. Seeing Venus Unicorn in the house, training in Miyagi-Do Dojo, Jason. Yes, indeed, indeed. Always great to see you, Michael. I'm trying to do more stuff in the morning at work, but a lot of it's just difficulty with work, especially now that I have additional responsibilities. They're of great significance. But all right, I'll see you on the Fortnite stream. We'll kick this over there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.